Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths. And today we're looking to find out what the capacity of this pipe is. Now, capacity is not to be confused with volume. Sometimes they wind up as the same measurement, sometimes not. Also, you'll often find that capacity is expressed in a way in which we express the amount of fluid, for example. So it might be liters, whereas volume might be in cubic meters, and you have to convert between the two. Okay, so in this case, the volume of this pipe is definitely not the same as its capacity. The volume of this pipe, just to make this very clear, is going to be the area of this times the length minus whatever is contained in here. So the volume of the pipe is actually what you see of the pipe. It does not include the space in here. Now, the capacity of the pipe is the space in here, in the center of the pipe, how much that pipe can hold, if you will. So, how do we calculate it? Well, we need the radius of this to find the area here, and once we have the area here, we multiply it by the length. So, what is the radius? Well, this is 29, so if we take 2 off here and 2 off here, we get 25 millimeters, and the radius is half of that. The diameter is 25, so the radius is equal to 12.5. Now, the area of this is going to be pi times 12.5 squared. So that is pi r squared. Okay, so I'm going to use a cheap calculator for this. So I'm going to say that pi is equal to 3.14 for the ease of calculation. Okay, so 12.5 times 12.5 is equal to 156.25. Now, I'm going to multiply that, so that is pi times 156.25, and that value of pi will be that, 3.14, so times 3.14, that gives me 490.625 millimeters squared. Okay, so we're not out of the woods yet, because this is measured in meters, and it's going to be a considerable pain to match these two up in a meaningful way, as in, ideally you'd like to know what the capacity of this thing is in liters, because we're using metric measures. So what we really need to do is we really need to go back to the drawing board with this calculation and convert our millimeters into meters, because I'd much rather deal with that. So let's do that. Well, we know that our radius is 12.5 millimeters. How do we convert that to meters? Well, 12.5, we divide that by 10, and we get centimeters, 1.25. There are 100 centimeters in a meter, so we divide that by 100, and that's the number that we get, 0.0125. So let's go back at this calculation, and what we've got is times 0.0125 squared. So let's do that. And that gives us a very small number, which we are going to multiply by 3.14 to get the area. and that gives us 490, sorry, it gives us this, 0.000490625. Remind you of anything. 0.000490625. How you get from here to here quickly is the subject of another video about the conversion of units that are cubic units. Basically, moving up and moving down, you're taking the cube or cubing every number. And that can be confusing. It's sometimes just easier to do the conversion here. Okay, so we have, by the way, that is meters squared. We have our number. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that by 85, which is the length in meters. And what we get is 0.041703125. There it is. That's it multiplied by 85. And that is meters cubed. That's the volume inside that. Now, I said capacity, and normally we would measure capacity in liters. Okay, so there are 1,000 liters in a cubic meter. So in order to convert meters cubed to liters, we multiply by 1,000. And this thing is going to contain 41.7, we'll call it 70 liters. That is its capacity. Well, I hope you found that interesting, at least. We've explored the difference between capacity and volume. This I would claim to be volume. This is capacity. And again, it's just about getting the conversions right, getting everything into the same units. Okay, well, as I say, I hope this was interesting and useful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.